Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet, to Dungeonfell, a turn-based tactical roguelite where we do a little dungeoning, a little fighting, and a bit of grinding. I'll be honest, when I first took a look at this game, it kind of looked like something you'd see on the mobile app store, which to me tends to give me a little bit of that bad juju, because typically those games are more so interested in selling you microtransactions than they are the actual game. However, after playing through one of the dungeons, I actually found myself having quite a bit of fun. It was a bit nostalgic for me, which we'll talk about here in a second once we get into the run. So I figured we'd actually hop in, complete a run or two, show you what the game is all about, and let you make up your mind for yourself. So that being said, grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back and relax, and let's check out Dungeonfell. So there is some meta progression in this game. I guess I should first say it is turn-based tactics, which I mentioned. So we're going to be building a team of 3 heroes going in and completing dungeons, which at this point I've only seen dungeons that are 10 battles. So I don't know if that actually increases. There's a bunch of heroes. So we've got duelists, we got support. So you can see their name, what their type of character is, their attack. So these are kind of general, stats of what they are. And then if you want to, you can hold and click and see what all their individual attacks are over to the side. Pretty standard stuff for tactics based. We got a bunch of characters here, which we need gold to unlock. And of course, we're going to get gold as you typically do going through dungeons. So quite a few characters here. This is the standard team that you start with. You have your Kaijin, or Cajun, as I've kind of been calling her, our damage dealing samurai here. We have Percival, who is our healing mage, and we have Blaze, who is our tanky knight. So we're just going to go in with this team. We're going to take a look at meta progression and all that stuff after we do our first run, and then if we have time, we'll jump into a second run. So I've already completed, there's 3 different acts, I should mention that. In order to get to those, you need to go through the first act, and then there's going to be corruption. So it does seem like this is kind of a high score based game, and then you can see all the different things that you need to do in order to get that high score up higher. From what I can tell, there is no microtransactions in this one, which is good because the whole reason, and I've played through chapter 1, we're going to go straight into chapter 2 here. So this game is kind of nostalgic for me, and not nostalgic from way back when, but just from like what was it, like 6 or 7 years ago. I played a lot, and it was a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine, of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which is kind of how I got my foot in the door into gacha games, which if you guys have been around for a while, that's kind of where I got my start on YouTube, and unfortunately we had a bit of a falling out with gacha. So if you're used to these games, the UI is probably going to be fairly familiar for you. So you have your turn order up here, what stage you're on, what difficulty we're on. We got our team right here. We got our enemies over here. Their arrows are indicating where they are attacking. So any of the big arrows, that is the unit they're attacking. So the Scorpion on their turn is going to be attacking Cajun. The Bat is going to be attacking all 3 of us, doing 5 damage, and the chance that they're going to hit us. We have our health bars, our action points. What else we have? Okay, so over here on the bottom right, we have all of our different actions that we can do. Each action is going to cost a certain number of action points. On your turn, you can do as many actions as you want to do. Each additional action is going to cost an additional action point. So, for example, I'm going to start out here with our Eye Slash. It's going to hit a monster, dealing 21 damage, and remove 2 breakpoints. Now, breakpoints are these purple squares underneath their health bar. Once you knock out all 3 of their breakpoints, the enemy will become broken and will skip their next turn. Anything that's doing unprotected damage, so basically if there's no armor, will take out a breakpoint. So this one's a little bit special. It's going to take out 2. And let's see, so let's go, actually it doesn't matter which bat we take out because they're attacking in the same instance. So let's go ahead and attack this one. And then we're going to use our basic attack here. There we go. Now, for, like I said, for sequential attacks, it's going to increase. So if I want to do multiple attacks, like basic attacks, it's going to cost me more units. But you'll see that this special right here still is only costing 1 action point. Now, there's 2 different types of abilities on your characters. I forget what they're called, but they're basically like regular attacks, and then there are skills. The bottom 2 are skills. These will go on cooldown. So you can see here there's a 3-turn cooldown. The top 2 you can use as many times as you want. And then, like I said, each additional time is going to cost one of these, I should say, not always going to cost a purple resource, which is a team action point. But because we don't have any additional yellows, we can use the purple. So what is the purple exactly? The purple is team action points. And the way that we gather those is either by breaking enemies or after a victory. Now, team action points can be used as a regular action point, but it can be used by anybody on the team. Let's see. So with our tank here, we have a basic attack. We have a taunt. We have a thorns, and we have a basically our kind of ultimate attack. It's not really ultimate, but it allows us to apply burn to our enemies. So let's see. Let's go ahead and I think I'm actually just going to do 2 regular attacks here. So now this costs 2 more, or sorry, 1 more, but it costs 2. We'll get a break there, so now you're not going to get your turn. Now the scorpion here, we can also see what enemies are going to do by hovering over them and holding the mouse button on them. We can see what their attack is doing, so they're applying weak. And then a little story description of what they're doing. Now, weak is going to make us do 50% less damage, and right now they're attacking Cajun, and Cajun is our damage dealer. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to use our guard here, which is going to give us 13 armor and protects a delver, so we are going to redirect from Cajun to us. Now, any kind of debuff, so like in this case, weak, there's 3... Let's see, oh boy, I need to remember what they're all called, but there's 3 different like types of damage you can do. I know that purple or pink, depending on how you want to label this, is curse, and curse will only apply if it's dealing damage to unarmored health. So even in this case, as long as I understood the rules correctly, we should not be getting weak on our Blaze here. So I'm going to hit next here. Let's actually see if we get that weekend. Well, he missed. So we don't get to see that. Let's see. So our wizard here has a basic attack. We have a heal, where we can heal 1 delver. We have a meteor fall, which hits everybody for a little bit of damage. And then, of course, we have a magical barrier. Here we go. Armor is removed before health, negates dots, debuffs, and thorns. Let's see. So we got 2 broken units, so they're not going to go. So let's start working down this scorpion here. We'll get a couple hits off, and actually we can go ahead and do this. This should kill both, to kill both the bats, get 1 damage off here. Now, broken points do regenerate, so if a monster is not broken, it will regain 1 BP at the start of its turn. And I'm going to pop this so that way we don't end up using one of our team action points. Team action points, so action points will reset at the start of every round. Team action points will remain based on how many you have at the start, or at the end of the last round, excuse me. So every time we go through a dungeon, we can then level up one of our characters. And it's all going to be stats. So we can upgrade our initiative and accuracy, we can upgrade our healing, or we can upgrade our damage, but it's just of this attack. So I'm going to do that since she's our damage dealer. I want to just be killing things a little bit faster. And now we get to choose which way we want to go. We can go for gold, resources, or gold. It will also describe how difficult things are to do. But I'm going to go here for resources. And of course, if we win, we get bonus rewards, which, I mean, who's going to say no to bonus rewards, right? All right, so up first is going to be the skeletons, then the bats. They're hitting us pretty hard, though. 20 damage, 70% chance to hit, though, and they're both coming at our wizard. That is not very nice. So let's go ahead, and they have pretty low breakpoint. So we'll see if we can hit them with a cleave. We do hit them with a cleave. Let's go for a basic attack on, doesn't really matter. We'll hit this one. And let's see if we can get a break off here. And we do. Very nice. Okay, so we'll pass it on over to Blaze. And, well, I suppose we'll try and break this one here. Okay, we don't break. So unfortunately, this is going to cost, what, 2 action points, and then it's going to cost 3. So it's going to cost 2 action points plus a team action point, which we don't really need to do. So I think we could just guard and not worry about it and try and set up a break here, which I think is what we're going to do, because it's not doing any kind of debuff. So we're going to guard Percival, and then we're just going to throw a regular attack over here. Now, action points regenerate at a rate of half of your maximum AP. So, like Percival over here, he's getting 3 action points, but the other 2, they're just getting 2.5. And you can't have half an action point, which is kind of weird, but it can be done. It can be done. All right, took a little bit of damage here. Now, the other thing that I haven't opened yet is our spell book. So this is our spell book up here. In the spell book, there are going to be 4 different spells that you have access to. Now, right now, I obviously only have 1, as the other 3 are locked. We're going to go over this a little bit more once we go over meta progression. Because I haven't obviously played around with this system a lot, but from what I understand and what I've seen, there's 4 different categories here. So like this is the defensive category, there's an offensive category, I think there's utility, and then maybe healing? We'll have to take a look, I don't fully remember. But there's 4 different spells for each of these, so you can select which spell you want to fill it out. Now the spells, like I said, we'll go over how to unlock all that once we go over meta progression and stuff. So, Wizard Boy here. What are we doing? What are we doing? Well, first of all, we're breaking you. Get you out of here. We'll get another team action point. And I guess we'll start getting a little bit of damage on somebody. You're at 24. You're at 24. Let's get you a little bit lower. Then Kaijin should be able to kill you there. Okay. Oh, fortified. I should go over that. Fortified is what happens. So once a unit is broken, we'll then go to their turn. And then in order to restore broken, they will then turn fortified. So there's kind of 3 states here. There's like neutral state, broken, fortified. If they are fortified, they cannot be broken again. So so fortified is basically guaranteeing the enemy a turn. So you can't just keep an enemy broken lock, basically. Alrighty here. So you're doing how much damage? Only 10 damage. Okay, I thought it was going to do a little bit more than that. So I think here what I need to do is just go for the kill here, because you do 18 damage. Okay. Oh, we got a miss. God dang it, Bobby. All right. There we go. Okay, we do get the kill there. We could weaken you. We could take a team action point to do so. But I don't think we need to, because we can just guard up with Blaze. Blaze is coming up next, so we'll save our team action points until we need them. Go ahead and protect here, bring you over here, and yeah, we're just gonna ship it. And you did build up some armor. Way to be a dingus. Okay, so you are fortified, so as long as I can get you dead. There we go. Nice. Don't have to worry about you anymore. We'll go ahead and ship it. And what are you doing? So you are doing armor, so 10 armor to all 3 allies, which is what that symbol is. So we don't have to worry too much here. One thing I don't recall is if cooldowns carry over to the next stage. So I'm going to do this to see if... you know what? I actually don't think I really need to do that. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. We break and we get an action point anyway. Okay. So let's see if that cooldown carries over. That'll be important for, like, boss fights and stuff, right? So, giving her accuracy could be pretty important, but I feel like increasing defense and health... Well, actually, do I really care about that? I mean... Yeah, I think we're just going to give you more... We'll give you more initiative. Okay, now they have their own support unit. This guy likes to... Yeah, he likes to armor up. And then this, I think, is focus, which is extra... No, thorns. Okay. So when hit, deals 5 damage back. Wait, does that apply? Gives himself thorns and gives all monsters 10 armor. Okay. So if we can, let's work on breaking this guy. You do only 20 damage, which is kind of gross. So I suppose what we could do here is... That's not what I meant to do. Well, frick. Okay, well, we're going to have to use a little bit more. I guess we do build up. I'm surprised it actually let us click there. Oh, you know why it did? Okay, so the way that this spell is set up is that you're only able to target units that are being attacked. And so the reason I didn't think I can click on them was because when I've used it before, there hasn't been this situation. So because this bat is targeting all 3 of us, I was able to target myself there. Okay, so let's wait on this. Let's apply shield. Let's apply shield here, since the bat has a lower chance of hitting Cajun. Which, that's a bummer. I was really hoping not to have to use that many action points so that I could stun this guy. So because that's the case, I think I'm just going to work on breaking the bat. Actually, no, I should probably weaken you. Although it doesn't really matter. We had the armor to protect it, so maybe I shouldn't. But it works you down. It works those BP down. Oh, and you missed anyway. Well, we can do this, which will break the bat. What's coming up next? You're trying to weaken, you're trying to armor. Let's just work on taking you down. Send it over. Bat's fortified. We get the kill there. Do I want to cleave? Well, so cleaving doesn't really matter, right? Because it's technically the same as doing this twice, but this deals more damage. Who are you attacking? And you're attacking all of us. Well, there's nothing. There's actually nothing I can do about that. Okay, let's see here. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Let's work on breaking you again. Or, not again, but we'll work on breaking you as we already broke you. Is there any reason to armor up here? Yeah, let's go ahead and armor up. Oh, although, actually, I guess not, because armor falls... I totally forgot. Armor falls off when you get to your turn. So that's kind of a weird thing here with Percival here, because he's slower than everybody. It kind of depends on where the enemies are going, but, like, armor's going to fall off on us before it even gets around to their turns. Unfortunately, I can't stop you. Can I kill you? No, because my damage... Well, maybe, maybe. Let's just do as much damage as possible. There we go. And you're not doing any damage, right? You're focusing... You're applying Berserk. Releases a wave of energy affecting all monsters. Broken monsters are healed, while unbroken monsters are given Berserk and Focus for 2 turns. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. You're going to be dead before that matters. I was a dingus and didn't check my spell, but I'm pretty sure that it did not have the cooldown. Alrighty here. Oh, this is new. So this is not new. Wait. Sell monsters, she gets reserved for every monster broken. No, that's new. I've seen that before. This, however... Oh, I understand what's going on. Okay, so we're going to talk more about this once we get into meta progression, because this is something that I didn't understand. So each character gets 3 levels. Actually, I'll go over it very briefly now. So each character gets 3 levels up as you're going through the dungeon, right? So because the 10th round is the final boss, so by the end, all your characters are going to be fully leveled up, quote unquote, 3 levels. If you've noticed, every time we get a level, they're going to be, or I shouldn't say every time they level up, because as you can see, Percival here just has a stat increase. So we'll take a look at this when we look at meta progression. but there's basically a kind of skill tree that you can go about unlocking. Now, I thought they were just permanent buffs, but as it appears, you're actually unlocking the opportunity to get these upgrades in runs. So for example, this was not an option for me in my first run. I then unlocked it, so now it's an upgrade to our blaze here, which is going to decrease the AP cost and give us more focus and more flaming strike, which we like, so we'll take that. And now we get to choose some relics. So by the end of the run, we'll have 3 relics. All heroes gain 2 focus, but it's only at the start of the next combat, which doesn't seem great. Every combat, every 3 rounds, 1 random delver regens 1 action point. Kind of nice. Or plus 3 damage against broken monsters. Or we could just heal. And honestly, wow, I didn't realize my health was that low. I don't really think we need to heal, though. I think I'm just going to take the extra damage against broken monsters. Alrighty, on to the next route. And let's go for gold this time. Let's see. So what do we got? Scorpion, ear attack, and Cajun. We got some armor going out to the squad. Don't know that I care about that all too much. Oh, let's see. Well, we can do our little dashy slash here. I can get 2 hits off on you with Blaze, so I'm not that concerned there. But I'm not gonna be able to break you because, right, I can't take the wizard in. So what I could do, let's do this. Let's set up a break over here. I can actually just do this. Just guarantee we get a break over here. Yeah, let's do this. So we're gonna use all our action points. We're gonna go over to Blaze. We're gonna attack here first, get the break, get the burn, and then we're gonna set up a burn over here. Now, burn itself deals 3 damage and 1 BP damage at the beginning of the turn. Of course, we have BP damage. So basically, it just kind of mitigates it, right? Because they're going to regain BP at the start of the turn. So really, it just keeps you where you are. Now, one thing that I do wish was changed, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, if anything, in post. If you hear music, that is not the in-game music. There's in-game music in the menu system, like in the main menu, but not in the game itself, which I really would like music in a game like this, even just some kind of ambient music. But there isn't any. There is not any music, which to me is a little strange. I would think that in a game like this you would definitely have some. Let's also use one of these to get a little. Let's start healing up the squad here. So like I said, if you hear music, I've put that in post. Let's see, what are we doing here? What are we doing? You have thorns. That's no fun. So let's just get the kill there. We'll just wait. We'll just wait around. You're just armoring up? That's it? Oh, you're guarding. Well, I mean, let me guard. And let's keep healing up our squad. Okay. Only 1 thorn, so we gotta take some time to actually deal some damage now. Or I guess it's 2 turns of thorns, to be fair. Let's see here. Let's actually use this. Let's use that to our advantage. So now we don't take any damage. Doink. Okay, what are we doing? So we can increase your damage by 4, still, and it's all the same. Now we're definitely going to go for this, so we get an additional 50% damage against broken monsters. Very strong, very strong. Okay, we got two cat bows. What are you doing? Well, you go first. So you're applying focus to everybody. An extra 10% chance to crit, and that's not that impressive. And you're doing the same thing. So let's go ahead and break the skeleton boy over here. That's pretty easy enough to set up. If we wanted to, we could probably just try and... Well, it's extra 50% damage, right? So how much would... 13 damage... 21 damage. Then we can set up a meteor strike. Because meteor strike's going to do 10 damage. What do we got here? We got attacks and weaks. Oh, buddy, yeah, we don't want that to happen. We do not want that to happen. So let's go ahead, bring it our way. That's still on cooldown. That's a lot of damage, though. That's a whole lot of damage. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and armor back up. And let's actually put a little thorns in there. You want to touch me? Take some damage. And let's see. What is that? 28. We're taking 2 damage. Might as well just armor up. Just keep them nice and healthy. We could have just healed it off. Are you hitting twice? Oh, each hit deals 7 damage. Oh, you know what is actually a reason that I shouldn't have just waited for the heal? Because if he gets hit, he's getting weak, and I don't want weak. Which one's attacking next? Yellow's attacking next. So can we break you? Nope, I'm not going to have enough action points. So... we'll just apply weak here. Oh! Nice. Way to go. Way to go, buddy. Blue is next. Break you. And we'll keep holding on to our points, because we can just break here. And we'll get a heal off. Keep bringing our team back up to full. Do we want to go for a slash? Got one that's broken. With what, 20 health? This deals 10. That's not gonna be enough. Let's just get the kill. There we go. Nice and straightforward. So what's her level up this time? Initiative and accuracy. This is gonna reduce the damage, but make it cheaper, huh? Huh. Or just extra damage. Okay, we'll make it cheaper, because ultimately I don't think this is necessarily here for the damage. It's more so to kind of initiate breaks. Okay. What do we got here? So you're going to apply armor. Yeah, so if I can help it, let's see, it's 20 damage, it's a lot, but we can taunt here. Okay, so let's work on getting you down, because I don't really want any armor on the squad, if we can help it. I would like to weak here, though. So we want to guard this. And get 2 swings here. Nice, get the break. What are we doing here? I guess we could just go for the... You know what? Let's just go for the break here. Nice. Both are fortified, however, so our cleave isn't really doing all that much cleaving. Yeah, let's just get you out of here before you arm back up. At this point, I don't really care about the bat that much, so I think I'm just going to save... Am I saving my team AP? Or am I going for a hit? You know what? I'm going to go for a hit here. Although, I'm not going to be able to break you, am I? I don't think I have enough for that. Let's just go for the kill here. Okay, I didn't think that was going to work. I just wanted to see if it would work. So if it's a full team, it's not necessarily indicating that it's attacking each one of us individually. It's just saying I'm attacking everybody. Oh, nice. We got a miss on our damage dealer. That's hot. Okay. Easy enough. We get the break. Get the kill. What do we want here? Regains AP. 13 armor, protects the Delver, redirecting all monsters attacking them to himself. If attack is completely blocked, regains half an action point. Ooh, don't mind if we do. What are we getting here? When a Delver takes HP damage, that Delver gains 5 armor. All Delvers gain 7 armor on round 2. Okay, every 3 rounds, 1 random Delver gains an action point. I think I'm going to take the bone loot. Yeah, I think that's the best one out of the 3. Oh, interesting. So... obviously, you guys wouldn't know this because you didn't see the first round. So the Sentinels were the boss from the first phase. So it looks like, at least as far as I'm seeing right now, there's going to be an additional fight if we go the center route. Let's confirm. Let's confirm. So I was kind of wondering. Well, I'll wait to comment until after we see what's actually going on here. So we got 2 attacks incoming. That is some big damage. Okay, we need to work on breaking this stuff. Breaking it up mighty quickly. So, what's the best way to do this? It's 3 damage for 2 points, or it's 3 AP for 2 points on one, or 3 for 2, or for 2. It kind of sucks that she goes first, huh? Because I don't necessarily want to break with her. I want to do the damage with her. Okay, so that was kind of ideally what I was going for, because now I can come over here. Oh, you mother. There we go. And I don't really care about this. Yeah, because we got the wizard coming up, and the wizard can break there. Yeah, see, it's a little bit backwards. Like, I need you to go first before her, based on how this is working. So, maybe if I'm doing team comps in the future, I should try and find someone with a faster initiative than her. I gotta see where the initiative actually is, because I'm not sure where speed is coming into play. Maybe that was on the initial hero selection page. I just don't remember. So this is for less damage. So is that okay? So if they're fortified, they literally can't even take BP damage. That's one thing that I wasn't sure about. I knew they couldn't be broken. I wasn't sure if like they would be able to drop down to 1 and then break, but I guess that would kind of negate the purpose, right? Because you could just literally bring them down to 1 and then very easily break them on the next turn, which is kind of defeating the purpose of fortified. Oh, you god dang wizard. Get some more accuracy on ya. Okay, let's just go for big damages. Big damages. Try and get them both weak. There we go. Oh, you... I guess... Yeah, I guess I knew that. I knew that. How much damage are we doing? 12 damage. That's a silly number. 12 damage, that's also a silly number. We also gotta worry about this. 70%, huh? 70%, 100% of the time. Let's carry that. So we'll take this attack, this one where I don't know, we might be taking that. We might be taking that. Can we shield up? We can shield up. Let's do it. I would need, what, 3 more attacks? Ooh, that's not happening. That's not happening. Okay, we'll armor up. There we go. Okay, so now do we fight the Sentinels? Yeah, so our tank is max level, so he's not going to get any more upgrades. We can go for more damage on his regular attack, or more initiative, more accuracy. Technically, I want you to be slower. It's the thing. Let's just go for more damage here. I want you to be, I guess, slightly slower. Wait, so now we're in... Where's... Can I see the... I don't think I can see the map from here, because I think this is forfeit. This is our relic speed. Oh, that's just quit the game. I kind of wish there was text under here to describe what each of these is. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Oh, I want to be breaking you, because I don't want no god dang armor on anybody. I don't want it. I think I'm going to go for a cleave, actually. Start working down the BP of the other kitties. What am I doing here? We're doing that. Because... Oh, okay, cooldown does carry over. Okay, I was mistaken earlier on when we were talking about her spell. So cooldown does carry over from previous fights. Now don't you miss. Don't you do it. Thank you. Let's go protect up here. Although I'm not sure that we're gonna... I might need it once, I think. Oh, it's still on cooldown. Crap. I was really hoping for that. One thing that I wish you could do... Oh, maybe you can. Oh, you can. Okay. I didn't see this before. So you can hover over them to see what skills they have active. Because I was kind of planning around the meteor shower, which, you know, we don't have. It's fine. I can still get these hits off. Now, the bummer is that if you get hit, you're going to be weakened. And I don't have that spell up either. I guess it's only 1 stack of weaken. So I guess that's fine. Okay, let's go for some cheap attacks. Let's actually just get some kills here. There we go. You know what? I'm actually going to use my 1 point to get the kill there. And do I set this up now? Let's actually just guard here. Let's see, 25 damages. Am I attacking again? Yeah, because I don't care about needing all the action points for Meteor here. And then we can pass the torch. Nice, there we go. Extra healing. Yeah, we'll take the extra healing, so that way we can kind of heal up. And here we go. The Sentinels. Actually, is this Sentinels? The map system, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how it works. Because there's 10 stages. I need to go back and see the map. Because I think there were only 3, were there only 3 pathways? Because this is clear. Okay, we'll take a better look at the map here. I'm assuming there's going to be, we can go back before the boss. Although I'm not sure I'm going to be able to actually see the pathways. This is a lot of damage though. They're all like, hey, we are going to kill your healer. I'm like, no, don't kill the healer. So let's do this. We can set up a break pretty easily here. And we can also weaken you since you're doing the most damage. And we could just break. Actually, no, I don't want to break here because I want to set up a meteor with Percival. Which kind of sucks because you're dealing the most damage. But let's go ahead and start setting up here. Frick! Okay. What are we doing here? So we are definitely guarding. 100%. Let's set up more shield. Let's just set up a ton of shield. This is just a big block turn. Let's try and set up multiple breaks for Cajun. Somebody miss. Somebody miss. Oh, you god dang prick, man. Shoot. That is clearly not what I wanted. Alright, let's get some damage. Let's get a big hit. Oh my god. I'm getting so screwed in this fight. Okay, so let's set this up. Oh man, we are totally out of points. Well, that's probably the worst one that we could have missed. Do I want to get some heals off here? Because I can't break you. That's a lot of damages. Yeah, let's start working on healing up the squad. We will get a hit off. That was a lot of damage. What is this? I'm not familiar with this symbol. Fortified. Oh, wait, you're just... Wait, huh? Oh, you're literally applying fortified. Okay. That is not something I've seen before. Broken monsters get healed, unbroken ones get berserk and focused. What happens if you yourself are broken? Oh, right, your damage sucks because you're weak. Your damage sucks because you're weak. Get out of my face. Supply burn. Keep those BP, keep those... Yeah, so I'm just gonna spend my time here healing as much as I can. What are you doing? You're removing armor, dealing 15 damage. So let's get you... Let me think here. Yeah, so we're gonna get you weak. So that way we can heal up and then kill you. And if you missed, I was gonna cry. But we didn't miss. Okay, so let's get our max level here. We get our last relic. One random monster gains 2 weak. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, it's only gonna get 1 use, but it's on the boss fight. All endeavors get +1 sharp. Oh man, unfortunately I can't, it doesn't look like I can click on it to see what it is, but it's 3 stars, so I figure it's gotta be good, right? Yeah, let's see what it is. I mean, Sharp's got to help out our damage. Yeah, so I do wish I could see the map. So there were 3... So I think what's happening is that each phase of the map is what? Is 3 fights? So is what that... words. Is what was told me there was that we were going through 2 rooms and then the 3rd room was going to be sentinels. Am I understanding that correctly? Because I think we've only chosen 3 paths, right? And each path gives you both the bonus reward that you choose, so it's either going to be heal, gold, or resources. It also gives you a relic. So I think that's what it's trying to tell you. Okay, so what do we got here? What are you doing? Lich attacks 1 Delver, dealing 20 damage, and... Oh, we got a little bit of an issue there, but that's fine. Trying to lifesteal. So it's probably because... Oh, it's probably because there's an extra little slashy thing there. Heal for unblocked damage inflicted. That's that's a lot of health. God dang. Holy moly. Okay. We are unfortunately very low on team action points. Oh, and what is Sharp? Deal additional point of break damage on attack. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. So, this just breaks units. And now we can just do big damage. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. I just want big... Let's just literally kill you. Are you gonna make... I feel like you're just gonna make more units, though, and I'm gonna be quite sad. And we just need to shield up as much as possible here. Yeah. Oh, so in 3 turns are you gonna summon? When the countdown reaches 0, this totem dies and a Crypt Walker is summoned. Okay, so we have a few turns. Okay. Let's see here. What do we want to do? I think you're fine to take a little bit of damage. They're not applying any kind of debuff. So I'm going to set you up to be broken by the mage, which is then going to skip your turn and also set up break damage. Oh, I was hoping to get an attack off here. You goddamn friggin' mage. Oh my god. Percival. Oh, you're a shit mage. You're a shitty shit mage. Why do I bring you along? Ugh. Percival, my guy. My dude. What are you doing to me? Okay. We're gonna save up our points. Okay, well, let's get the damage when we can get it. There we go. Okay, let's get you burning. And then we should be able to kill you here. Just don't miss. Don't miss. Oh my god, Percival. Percival, you're killing me, brother. You're killing me, brother. Oh. Oh, burn damage for the win! Oh, and we still have to kill these guys? Alright, well, they're not much of a problem. Okay, so we will start, actually, we'll start breaking you down. Percival. Yeah, now you get hit. Now you hit. Alright, here we go. There we go. Alright, we made our way through. Took a little bit of time. And then we got our rating. So we got an S rating. Unfortunately, we took a lot of damage, but everything else, hey, S ranking. Not too shabby at all. And then we unlocked a new dungeon. Fantastic work. The Lich didn't stand a chance. You battling through here reminds me of when Sid was stung by one of those giant scorpions. Ha ha. Anyway, you're on to the waterways and that demonic jackal. Good luck. And there's our boy, the Jackal. So let's take a look at meta progression. So we did a full run, yeah, so we have some upgrades that we can do. So here are the different trees, and there's gonna be a different tree for each different character. Now, along these trees, this is where I got kind of a little bit confused here. So you can see here the Inferno Sword. So there's some things I like and some things I don't like. So first of all, on the left, had I read this, unlock to add this upgrade to your Delver's available ability upgrades. Skills are chosen after every fight. So I kind of missed that second sentence there. So I thought this just straight up upgraded the ability, but this is what unlocks the ability to upgrade it in the actual run. Is that the case ever for all of these? Does look like that's the case for all of these. Now, I'm wondering what exactly does the color mean, right? Because there's blue here, there's red here. Maybe it means that I haven't, I'm guessing it means that I haven't selected it yet. Although there is yellow here. There's blue, red. Let's see, so this one's on cooldown, because these are both the same type. Right? These are both our spells. One's an attack, one's a blessing. Okay, so immediately I'm not sure. It's also, let's see, there's also, this one's on the right, this one's on the left. I'm not sure if that necessarily means anything, but anyway. So you get a bunch of these stats. The other thing that you can find in here, let's see if I can find one. So there's different upgrades like this. So there's going to be different relics that you can find that are going to be in here. There's actually a couple on this tree, it looks like. There's also, actually, let's go to the robot. I know that the robot has one on. So the robot here has... here we go. So this is Aegis Breaker. This is one of the spells that you can get in the spell book. So basically anything you want to unlock is going to be unlockable through these trees. And then of course, in order to unlock this, you're going to have to unlock the character. So the spell book, let's take a quick look at that. Here we go. So supporting, healing, and aggressive. So different attacks here, or I guess different ways to, as you can see here, remove armor of one monster. We have an attack that if you just want some additional damage, give one Delver sharp for a turn. That seems like it would be a pretty good one. Or just deal 5 damage to all monsters. We have different heals, so heal Delver for 10. We have remove all curses from all Delvers, which again, curses are basically debuffs. heal all Delvers for 5, and give all Delvers regen. And then we have supporting, give 1 Delver Thorns for a turn, give 1 monster Nullify Healing for 2 turns, give 1 monster Weak and Dazed, and give 1 Berserker, give 1 Delver Focused and Berserk for a turn. And then, of course, for defense, we have the armor, which we were using. Give all Delvers 7 armor, stop a broken monster from recovering at the start of the next turn. That is powerful. Give 1 Delver Invulnerable for a turn. Also very powerful. So all those upgrades can be found through, not the spellbook, sorry, through the upgrade system. So there's 2 other, let's see, so skulls are from chapter 2, and these are from chapter 3, obviously going to be your higher tier upgrades. I guess, let's see, so if we take a look at Blaze here, because one of the things I was wondering is, how is it going to choose how many upgrades I have? Oh, and there's also another upgrade here. So is this indicating... No, I thought it was going to indicate tier, but then again, this is the first tier of upgrade I'm taking here. Here's the second one. So what is this? Okay, you guys are going to figure this out way faster than me. What am I missing here? Because this goes blue then red, this goes red then blue. I don't know. I'll leave it for you guys to figure out. Yeah, so there's upgrade ability 1. So I'm assuming that once you take this, if Blaze hit, he applies burn. So I'm guessing that this is not... Oh, wait. No, I'm looking at the wrong one here. So I want to look at this one. Gains focus, flaming strike, and sharp. So what I'm wondering is, does this Inferno sword get replaced by this? Or do you need to take this before you take this? If I had to guess, it would be replacing it. Because then otherwise you just have a weaker version of this in your same pool. Because you have 3 level ups. And what I was looking at here... And you also have hefty attack. So I believe that this replaces this, because if you have 3, that leaves you with 1 upgrade for this attack. You have 1 upgrade for the defense, and then you have 1 upgrade for your attack, and that gives you 3 levels. And that would basically remove just your basic damage. It would remove like your basic stacks, your stats. So initiative. So I guess maybe you have that. I don't know. The level up system is a little underexplained. That was one thing that wasn't fully explained in the tutorial. The combat was explained very well. It was more so the like middle progression systems that kind of weren't fully explained in the tutorial. So as far as the game goes and my initial thoughts, like I said, I mentioned it in the beginning. So I'll kind of bring it up here again. This one felt a bit nostalgic for me again, because I spent a lot of time in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes before. I spent way too much money playing that game, and I was like, I'm never going to touch another gacha again. And then I started playing Arc Knights when COVID hit, and I went deep into that game, and I was like, I'm never going to play another gacha again. And then Genshin Impact came out, and I played that, and then I was like, you know what? We're finally done. And I have not touched another one since. But that being said, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, if you've never played it, it's basically this style of gameplay. I actually really like the gameplay of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I just wish it was not gacha, man, because that was a game that if you didn't, like, there's certain gacha games, the thing about that one, in most gacha games, like if you're playing, let's go back to Genshin Impact, right? Because I'm very familiar with Genshin Impact, or at least was, not anymore. Genshin Impact, when I played, it could be totally different now, was a solo player experience. And there was no leaderboards or anything, so there were events. So basically, the gacha system was mostly there just for collecting characters. I guess, to be fair, what is it? Honkai Star Rail and... No, I think Zenless Zone Zero is the, like, gacha replacement. Honkai Star Rail is the one that's like this, right? I haven't played that one yet, so I haven't played it at all. I'm not going to play it. Anyway, so the thing with Genshin Impact when I played was that it was a single player experience. There were events, and basically for each like dungeon that you did, which is kind of a broad overview of what they actually were, but you could get different stars for completing them at a certain star rank. And if you get if you get them done faster, you'd get more stars, so you would get more rewards. And ultimately, what you do with those rewards, use them to upgrade your relics, use them to upgrade your weapons, and of course your characters to make them stronger, so that way the next event you could clear things faster, get more rewards, so on and so forth. But it was all a single player experience, and so ultimately it didn't really matter if you went and just balled out for some extra crystals, because it was a single player experience. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes was different in the fact that so your daily grinding, like when you did in Genshin Impact, you go through your dungeons, which would give you rewards, would give you like relics and stuff you could turn into experience for your other relics, right? That didn't cost anything. The thing with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes was that in order to get your maximum rewards, the whole point of the game was that you were playing on a ladder system. And so the problem was if you didn't pay money in order to get like all of the upgrades you possibly could, then you would start losing to people on the ladder. And because your rewards were directly tied with your placement on the ladder at the end of the day, you were very heavily incentivized to spend money to make your characters as strong as possible, which is a really bad system for gameplay. Really good system if you like to spend money. That being said, the gameplay itself in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I like this tactical turn-based style combat. I understand it's not for everyone. A lot of people think that this is boring because it's kind of slow-paced, but I like this style of gameplay and really like that game. I'd never really found another game to kind of fit that niche, one that obviously there's plenty of JRPGs that fit the style, right? But JRPGs tend to be very story-driven, and I like games like this where you can sit down and kind of just grind that stuff out. Now, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes was definitely a bit more complicated than this. Not that there's any reason these two should be compared. This is just kind of where my nostalgia comes from, which is why I bring it up. So, in my opinion, this game, based on the 3 characters I've seen so far, now, to be fair, right, only seen 3 characters, so can't go too far into, like, completely reviewing the game. It's definitely more of a simplistic game so far from what I've seen. The skills are pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of complexity there, which for some people are going to like because it's going to be a little bit more of a casual experience from what I feel so far. Some people might stray away from that because they want a little bit more of a complex experience. So another example that I can kind of draw some of my experience to, I played a lot of Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, which is going way back to the mid-2000s, right? But each of those characters that you played would have 10, 15 skills that you had available to you, so you had a lot of different options. This is definitely more of a streamlined experience, so if you are looking for a more streamlined experience, then this is probably right up your alley. I think this is, for me, pretty much in the middle there. I really enjoyed my time in it. I thought it was really fun. I do think that for me, it was a little bit too simple, but not like dumbed down. It's kind of riding that fine line for me. And I think that that's a good thing, because it kind of fills a nice niche. It's not too casual for people who want a more in-depth experience, and it's also not too difficult for people who want a more casual experience. It is available on Steam Deck. As far as I know, it's not coming to any consoles or anything, just Steam, just PC and Steam Deck. So if you do want to take this on the road, which is kind of where I think that this one is going to do really well, is probably for people who like playing mobilely. I think that this is, it's not a mobile game. Like I said in the beginning, it did kind of come across that way to me. That was my initial impression. But to be fair, this art style, I think, just kind of lends itself to that. There's just a lot of mobile games that do have this art style. So, if you go with this art style, that's kind of where you're pigeonholing yourself. I think a lot of people will probably have the first impression that this is probably a mobile game ported to PC. You know, there's not really a lot you can do about that now because you kind of locked yourself in. But again, that's just kind of my impression of this art style. Luckily, there are no microtransactions or anything like that, which I'm very happy to see. I think overall, I think like the big thing that I'm missing here that I would have liked to see is a little bit more customization options for each of the characters. To me, they're very set in their ways. Even if it was just some way to upgrade their stats. Oh, that was one thing I wanted to let's see. Yeah, so I don't see anything that indicates the character's initiative. So I'm not sure exactly what that was doing. Maybe the +1 was just implying that they move one space in the entire... Well, no, that doesn't seem right. Yeah, so, like, I'm not sure about that. So, you know, there are definitely some certain stats that I would like to be able to pump up and down depending on the characters. Again, looking, you know, to kind of compare to the game that I'm most referencing here. Looking back at Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, there was a whole modification system where you could, you know, increase... I mean, that's pretty much standard against any of these, where you could increase your character's attack, defense, health, all those kinds of things. Would definitely in the future like to see some kind of update where there was maybe an equipment system, and it doesn't have to be a fully fledged, you know, 10-piece like head, chest, boots, gloves, weapon, shield, 2 rings, necklace, like belt, all that kind of stuff. It could just be like maybe a 4-piece thing. Maybe it's head, chest, boots, belt, something like that. Just something to maybe add a little bit of customization to your characters, I think could be a cool way to kind of freshen this up. But other than that, guys, what did you think of Dungeonfell? Let me know down below in the comment sections. And of course, if you'd like to see more of this, by all means, we can jump back in. Although, to be fair, this next week is Steam Next Fest, and so there's going to be a lot of new games coming out. So a lot of these games that are coming out, we might not be able to return to until after next week. But I guess if you're still here and you want to see some more content, there's going to be a lot of content coming up in the next week with Steam Next Fest. Very excited to see what games are coming out in the next upcoming months. Guys, that's been Dungeonfell. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Ganyonz, and I'll see you all in the next one. Oh, like and subscribe. Hehe.